One SolidWorks crash later. Alright, so this is my spinny disc that's basically going to house all my magnets. Want that nice and close to the top. Now, one thing I do need here is some bearings. So McMaster-Carr is a fantastic source of almost any bearing that you would need. You can sort and filter by whatever type that you want, or you can just type it in the search bar. I'm after a V-groove. Yeah, V-groove bearing. The trick here a little bit is not to limit yourself too much. I think it's going to be something like this guy, which is a fairly crazy little bearing, but I do need it to spin pretty fast. The great thing is they give you a whole bunch of models that you can just download, right? You don't need to model this yourself. And when you're done downloading that, you can literally just drag it in. Alright, so I can change a few things up here. Change this lip size and the little radius below it like that. Alright, let's just isolate this part for a second, because what I'm after on this bottom edge, just making a little spot for this bearing to live, and we're just going to do a little countersunk screw here. See if I can't tidy this up a little with some fillets. There we go, all of the fillets. And finally, let's circular pattern all of that. Gonna bump it up a bit actually to 8, that way I can either just have 4, or if I decide to go with all 8. Sometimes with circular patterns, you know, SolidWorks has this little rebuild error, right? You can actually just get around that by going a geometry pattern. I think it just struggles when it's trying to calculate fillets on things that it's kind of already adding fillets to in other areas. I don't know, but geometry pattern works. All right, let's see where that's gotten us. Made a few things up here. Yeah, it's not bad. It could come over to the left a little since I've got the room, but that will do for now. But real quick, I do also want to add the lid screws position, right? There we go.